is Tuesday morning in November, and we are at Alabama's largest mall, Riverchase Galleria. The problem with big garages is one side was connected to Sears, which has been empty, and part of the garage looks like it's falling apart. It's taped up over there. So that's basically not in use. And you have a sky bridge to Sears, a sky bridge to Penny's, a sky bridge to Von Maur. Where the city has spent a couple $100,000 to figure out what to do with them all, and what to do with empty Sears. And these fellows want to study, figure out why this mall's kind of empty or why people don't come, and people are talking about crime and whatnot. And I know you don't have to spend $200,000 to figure that out. You could just, on Facebook comments on the news articles about the mall and the study. So the study recommended they chop off the Sears and a corner of the mall, and also chop off the Macy's, which is still open, and turn this into apartment living, and get rid of this chunk of a mall, which I find weird. It could do all sorts of things. I think just Sears, Town Center, Civic Center, I don't know, you name it. Big space, village. It's supposed to be the holidays. You can't really see any holidays. There's no decorations up as of yet, at least. Maybe there never will be. But so far, this end of the mall, I see no empty stores. All these stores have always been here. And of course, my favorite, the video game place, pinball. And all of a sudden, you can't use escalators. Kind of weird. There you go, your jewelry stores. Oh yeah, and restaurants. I forgot restaurants. This had a cotton candy machine. This looks like a what? I want to say TJ Fridays, I don't know. But there's no, like, fancy sit-down restaurants anymore in the malls. That's empty. In Florida, I remember a lot of, like, German restaurants in the malls. I haven't seen one of those in a while. But, you know, I always like the architecture of this one, with a dome roof and the grand hallway. I always like two-story malls where you can look down, too. Down there you get, like, that box lunch place is interesting. You got, like, all the movie stuff and, you know, grown-up toys, I guess. Next to you, Build-A-Bear. And replay toys, especially the grown-up toys. Box lunch is, like, good stuff. I don't know what to call it. Got your anime stuff and everything else. Replay's got, like, a lot, like, really expensive collectibles and other cool stuff in there. It's actually pretty fun. Now it's 11 and the stores are supposed to be open, but I guess some are late. Middle of a week. People don't care. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. Got your tea. It's not a bad place. This wing is empty. I don't know what it was. Originally, I feel like this used to be like, you know, a Forever 21 sort of place, but it's definitely something before then, obviously. But you see how there's no entrance, just the windows to something? Really don't know what it is. Oh, there's an art studio. Oh, timeless art. Portrait studio. Oh, there's another service I forgot about. Pictures and portraits. Something that you used to have independent places. Penny, Sears used to do. Penny's is here, but they don't have a portrait studio anymore. That's it for portrait studios. More services you used to get from all. You used to get everything at the mall, right? Well, games. I wonder if this is going to be permanent or seasonal. Check that out. We got Super Nintendo, GameCube, fill with games. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's supposed to be open. People are waiting. And there's no one there to open it. There's multiple stores, like people called out sick and they just can't make it. Let's go see. This is like the grand little area I like. Here's what you got of a food court. See, and you got the Old Navy, which makes me wonder how far a food court used to go. See, old pictures used to be neon lights and plants. Now it's just barren. Oh, this is where they put the Christmas village, right in front of Von Maur. Another empty store. So this is where they're going to put the Santa Claus, apparently, in front of Von Maur. A lot of jewelry stores in this mall. A place I'd never heard of. Down there's a hotel. Above me is an office park. But the hotel, they took the name down. It's not for Winfrey, it's just blank. And a lot of the stores there are empty. And I like that wing. Hotel doesn't have much of a lobby, but you have you got a mall, so whatever. Why they took the name down from the hotel? At least put the Hyatt symbol or something. I don't get it. At least the food court actually has some food too, I suppose, and perfume. There's like the fanciest looking sneaker shop you can find, at least in this town. They just have all the sneakers on display, like in the window, and I guess you just have to ask for each one. It's like really fancy looking for sneakers. So let's go check out what the Pennies is like. We're on the second floor, and menswear is on the first floor in the corner at the entrance, not to a mall. At the farthest entrance from the mall. So that's the only checkout. That's a journey just to get out of this place. Did they close off the entire section? But you used to be allowed just a couple weeks ago to walk to the end of a store. Can't you? This doesn't make any sense. Look, they got stuff for sale right there. So what, there's a middle thing? Like, what do they do here? This doesn't make sense. Because we snuck through. You see, this is the main housewares area. So whose idea was it to block off aisles so you can't even, go through the store? This store used to have a CEO that actually had good stuff, and they got rid of him. Because they want to kind of fall apart, I guess. Okay, so there is no checkout on the entire second floor, as far as I can tell. So let's go downstairs. Like these old escalator hallways. So, on the first floor, there's men's. That section of men's has no one ever registers. I want to go to a mall, not the parking lot. Oh no, here we see the fragrance. The first floor has no checkout at the mall. You're not supposed to go shopping at the mall in the Pennies. If Pennies has issues, it's because you're not allowed to buy anything. There's no registers by the mall on the first floor. We have to walk all the way to a back corner, as far as where we park. Then we have to walk all the way back to a mall, I suppose. So, not quite 10 minutes. 2 people. Now we gotta walk all the way to the front of the store. It's a shame because I kind of like Pennies, but they actually give an activity kit for kids. Let's see what's in this. Flip it up. Let's see what we got. Oh, actually, it is an activity kit. JCPenney Kids Zone. Saturday. Oh, look at this. Oh, going pile with traveling with kids. It's not the kids themselves. It's that every single person has to make a comment. And I can't remember that when I was a kid, quite honestly. The weight and everything was kind of worth it for the activity kit. I like that. Here's a watch repair. Back in the mall. Which does not look like the holidays to me. Even Pennies didn't have. Well, they had some stuff. What am I saying? City Gear, High Level Fashion, Foot Locker, huge Foot Locker. I get to switch to my cell phone soon. This camera does not hold much for this sort of thing. We need to get another one. But it's a fancy juice machine where almost every slot just has one. This is a business idea, but I wonder. You know, I never understand this phenomenon where people are standing around talking, and right when you get next to them, they start moving and pace themselves with you. Maybe it's just a question of mine as far as pet peeves go, but I find it just kind of weird. Like, me walking reminds them that they're walking. I don't know. Fun box. Well, over there one wing, I'm not noticing any empty chunks. There's empty store here and there, and certain place, maybe 3 of them. I should have done a count. I did not do a count. Putting together Santa's Village, making sure that the gate's secure so you can't get in. And here, of course, is my favorite, because once you cross the threshold into Von Mar, the atmosphere changes. And it's like an all-time rural department store. See? And rural department stores have a main walkway, have decorations up, and piano music, contemporary piano music. Check out the decorating. See all the aisles you can find what you're looking for. Quiet. So here we actually have one more themed little village. Look at that. This lights and a sign. A Decker Flapper kind of dress and glasses and stuff. And they actually have wraps. Happy holidays. Check that out. In the doorways. And they do trunk shows. It's really nice. Now, they do gift wrapping, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to the 3rd floor. As I turn this from a mall video into a personal vlog. But the other cool thing is, these stores are from the Midwest, and they do lots of antiques. Give it a nice display. And check out the 3rd floor. I call it a more human way of shopping. It's like, and they got this big gift wrapping department. Tons of cool styles. Live piano, finally. About lunch. That's a nice store. So, as I got my packages, whatnot, and as everyone's taking videos along with me, it's time to go. From Von Mar, we'll see you next time.